Hello, fourth grade. I just want to go over one problem for today. Many of us got tricked on the problem like this yesterday. So it says solve for x. Angle TUV is a straight angle. Okay, that means this whole thing is 180 degrees. Now, I know many of you are tempted to get out your protractor and start measuring the missing angle, but if they label angles with numbers, they don't always draw it accurately. And the big way that many of us got tricked with the similar problem yesterday is that it looked like a 90-degree angle. It looked like a perfect square corner. In fact, I even used my protractor and it was. But we can't go off of that if they give us numbers. Why they don't draw it perfect, I don't know. But if they give us numbers, we have to follow this and not use our protractor. Kind of weird, but that's how it goes. Okay, so for this problem, I see that this angle is 53 and this angle is 67, and then we have a missing angle. They're naming it angle X. If I know this whole thing is 180, how could I figure out this missing part? I'm going to draw a tape diagram. Do any of you remember that from the beginning of the school year? So in a tape diagram, let's make it a different color. In a tape diagram, we remember that there's a whole big amount. And in this case, my whole big amount is the whole big angle, 180 degrees. That's my whole big amount. Can I change the color? There we go. 180 degrees is the whole thing. I know part of it is 53. So let me use a color here for part of it. Part is 53. I know that another part is 67. And then I know another part is this missing angle X. So when I put all these together, that helps my brain see an equation that 53 plus 67 plus X should equal 180. And those of you who gave me the two numbers plus 90 yesterday, hopefully you tested that because you would see it didn't equal 180. Okay, so let me finish typing that in. Give me a second. So we have 53 here. We have 67 here. Oops, let me change the color. Then we have 67 here. And last, X here, which we're trying to solve. Okay, so that gives me help for what my equation should look like. That means my equation is 53 plus 67 plus something, right, plus that X equals 180 degrees. Now, I can't solve this yet. There are two different ways I can solve it. What I need to do is get rid of this part to see what's left. So I could take 180, subtract 53, take that answer, and then subtract 67, and then I'll have X. Or I could combine this part first and then subtract it all at once. I'm going to do that step because I like addition more than subtraction. It's just easier for me. So that way I can only do one addition problem rather than two subtraction problems. Oh, I want my answer to stay up there. Does it let me fix it? Oh, maybe not. Okay, we'll do another text box. Underneath here, I want to solve 53 plus 67. I'm going to draw it out. I know some of you are able to type it out. I'm going to draw it out. Oh, let's make this pen a little bit smaller so I can see better. Okay, 53 plus 67. That's going to put these two parts together. So when I add that up, I line up my place value, always start in the ones place. 3 plus 7 is 10. I write the ones, regroup the tens. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, I'm not done yet. I've only combined this part right here. So now I know that these two angles together are 120, which means 120 plus something equals the total 180 degrees. So now I have my step 2. In order to figure that out, I could add up to get to 80, but I'm going to show all my work for Miss Sheehan, and I'm going to write out that I know I can't solve that by adding up or it's going to take longer. I'm going to subtract. So 180 degrees minus the 120, which remember was this whole part all together. This whole part right here is 120. If I take away that part, I'll have what's left, which is x. Okay, 0, start in the ones place. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 2, more on top, no need to stop. That's 6, and 1 minus 1 is nothing. Aha, now I know that x equals 60 degrees. All right, I can't wait to see how you do today.